Thank you for listening to the Speakeasy Network. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, leave your comments in the comments section. Sit back and enjoy the show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of The Word here on Speakeasy Network. I'm, of course, your host, Rage, and I'm joined by the producer and owner of this fine network, KTNash.
Hey, I'm just eating some milk and cookies.
Of course you are. And the host of the world's finest podcast, William D. Morgan.
What the fuck is up, people?
I'm gonna start the show out on a little bit of a rant. So if you can just bear with me for a second. So every Monday and Tuesday, I come home from work, and my family likes to indulge in a little program called The Bachelor. And I'm not an avid viewer of it. I don't watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. But, it's on, and I look at it, for a few while I'm eating dinner downstairs and whatnot. And I can't help but think that, or notice, that a lot of these girls who are on this show, who are crying their eyes out, because blah, blah didn't choose them, I want to know, when are these bitches gonna realize that this shit is not about them? I feel like when you're on The Bachelor, your job is to impress that man enough. You need to do whatever you need to do so that man can choose you. It's not about what that man can do for you. If that's the case, then you need to be signing up for The Bachelorette. But while you're on The Bachelor, you need to be doing shit so that man gives his attention to you. And it seems like all of these bitches, these clout-chasing whores on this show, are crying and sobbing their little fucking eyes out because they weren't chosen. They didn't get their rose. They've totally missed the point. And I am sick and tired of these cunts getting on this show and crying their stupid fucking eyes out. I'm sick of it. Learn to be likable on this show. And if you don't like it, then try signing up for The Bachelorette so some simp guy can try to impress you. That's all I need to say.
No, it's fake.
Are you done? Are you done?
I'm done.
You finished? You
know
sure?
it's fake, right? You know it's fake, right?
I know it's fake. That's why I call them clout chasing whores. Yeah. I just felt the need to get that out. But anywho. So in other news, I feel like I should point this. I wish Mofo was here because he probably would have some shit to say about this. I got me a date this weekend with a chick that I've been talking to at work.
Yeah, you know he'll say something about that.
What happened?
You know he'll say something about that for sure.
Of course he'll say something about it. All he does is, But yeah, I got me a date with a chick that I've been talking to at work. And I'm looking forward to it.
Is she white, black? What is she?
She's white.
Okay.
Yeah, first white girl. So I'm very excited. I'm finally going on a date with a white girl. So anyway, let's talk. Let's just. I'm gonna just start with before we get into any kind of wrestling talk. I don't know if y'all caught UFC 248 on Saturday night. But the fight between Joanna Jędrzejczyk and Zhang Weili, in my opinion, should be fight of the year. I think it was the best women's MMA fight I think I've ever seen.
Somebody with the messed up face? You talking about the girl with the messed up face?
Hell yeah, that would be Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She got her face fucked up. Like if you look, like her face, like one side of her head looks like it's warping like out. Like you see how it's like her head is kind of like pointing to like the left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, her face is fucked. But I don't think there was a winner in that fight. I know Weili retained her title, but I think there should be a rematch because that match looks very, very too close to call. And
that was
as
the
for
main
the main
event.
huh?
That was the main event.
No. That unfortunately was not the main event. The main event was Israel Adesanya defending his middleweight championship against Yoel Romero.
You talking about the African dude?
Yeah, the African dude was.
Have he lost yet?
No, he didn't lose.
Mm.
He didn't lose, but the fight was fucking terrible. Like Yoel spent literally 5 rounds taking leg kicks and waving his hands around. And everybody was booing. Everybody was booing Izzy, and I'm like, why are you booing him? Like it's Yoel that didn't put in any effort. He's all waving his hands and shit.
So you saying it was a defensive match?
It was a very It wasn't even a defense. It just felt like no effort was being put in. Like both of them were being very hesitant to engage. Like there were certain points in the match. No.
Oh, okay.
Like there were certain points in the match where, like Yoel got a little bit of a small burst of offense. Like he scored a few. Like he scored like a head kick, and he got a little bit of a flurry where Izzy was sent up against the cage and whatnot. But for the most part, it was just leg kick after leg kick after leg kick from Israel Adesanya, and he retained his title. He did what he had to do, but I didn't like that the crowd was booing him. Man, what was he supposed to do?
I don't really watch UFC like that. One thing about UFC, I feel like the shit be cool, but I did see. The highlights of the girl with the busted up ass face. I did see a meme out when about that main event fight when they were saying that when you and your friend is getting used to playing the game the first time, and they just kept moving around.
Oh my god!
For like 2 minutes.
Oh,
like it was an actual game.
William, I wanted to get your opinion on the NBA, the NHL, the MLS, and the MLB released a joint statement restricting media access into locker rooms because of the coronavirus. Do you think that this is the right way to handle this situation?
Yes, because at the end of the day, health and safety wins out, and you want to try to control this thing as much as possible. And I think it is the right move. It sucks for us as fans. They're talking about playing NBA games without fans, limiting the access to locker rooms, so much and so forth. But I think it's the right move because at the end of the day, you have to protect the health of the people. And I think it's the right move to do that.
I think it was lazy. Like I think it was lazy on the part of, like, okay, I get that, I get the whole, but yo, the fact that you were in an arena with tens of thousands of people who, who have germs themselves, like, don't you think that's more of the issue rather than media?
But it's already floating around through the NBA that they're considering playing games without fans. So
that makes sense.
So they are considering it. And that answers your concern right there. But you want to try to protect the players. You also want to try to protect other people from this until we can get a handle on it.
But then you also got to think about the paying customer.
They'll have to reimburse them.
Right.
They'll have to reimburse them. That's all.
But you know what sports entity was not on that list?
Wrestling.
What? No. Well, that. But the NCAA.
Yeah.
Of course not. Because that's the ultimate. Because the NCAA is the ultimate form of greed. They're gonna make sure they get their money from the 64 tournament coming up, no matter what.
No matter what, yeah. They're gonna make sure they get their money, no matter what.
Exactly.
They're gonna make damn sure that they get their money. No.
Oh, I knew that. I mean, yeah.
And while we even speaking on sports, I don't know if you guys play. I know actually you guys do play PS4 and Xbox. 2K have reached the deal.
You don't fucking play shit with me on PS4
because you better be on there. 2K reaches a deal with NFL.
Yep, they're bringing it back.
They're bringing it back.
Better than any of these NFL 2K5 is better.
Not at the moment. Hold on. Let me say they made a multi-year deal with them, but they'll be creating non-simulation football games. That means that they won't be making a game. They won't be coming out with NFL 2K yet. Eventually they would. They probably gonna do NFL Street first. To give us a little something, give us a little taste of what they gonna make. And I think probably in the next 3 to 4 years when the PS5 come out and the Xbox One Series come out, that's when we might see a 2K NFL. Ray, you was probably a little kid, but way more better than Madden. Way Dreamcast.
I've heard the stories Dreamcast. About NFL 2K5. I've heard about how good it is. I've never played it, but the reason why I'm so for this shit is because I also know how shitty Madden 20 is. I know how shitty EA Sports has become.
They might do NCAA for 2K first.
I want a college basketball game.
No, we talking about football, bro. Fuck that.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, you know, in terms of college, I want a college basketball game. But overall, like, I'm just not a big fan of college football. But I understand how big it is for everybody else. But my problem with sports games in general, and I really, really hope EA 2K does something about this, is that there's too much of a focus on Ultimate Team and My Team and shit like that. Like, when you really think about it, it's just gambling. Like, you spend real money to get virtual money, so you buy these card packs with the hope that you're going to get a good player. Now, you spend all this time and money building up this team to play against other teams that are somewhat similar to you. But here's the trick. This is what they do. And I know this from firsthand experience since I've played Madden NFL Mobile before. Like, so they'll start you out. You're like a bronze and silver team. but they'll put you up against a 99 or 91 overall average team, and you get your ass kicked, and then it makes you think, okay, maybe I should be buying these card packs. So you buy the card packs. So you build this team up, and then you do what you need to do. But then next season comes around, and then they wipe all of that effort that you put in is gone. All that money, all that time, gone, which pisses me off.
Well, they not like the $1 billion club, Rockstar, where Rockstar do the same thing too, bro. The only thing is we get to keep everything, but Rockstar does the same thing. The GTA does the same thing as the NFL.
Yeah.
That's the money in gaming, in which I'm a big gamer, is loot boxes. And you can thank Fortnite for that. And whatever that fuck that name is, PUBG. You can thank those two motherfuckers for ruining gaming.
I agree with you there. But like you said, the difference is you get to keep all of the shit that you get from these loot boxes and from these microtransactions. Sports games wipe out all of your fucking, because that's EA, how they make their money.
You want to know why? Because EA is a $1 billion company, because EA is fucking greedy as a motherfucker. EA have destroyed so many good gaming studios like BioWare. Who else have they destroyed? They destroyed so much. Mass Effect was one of the biggest games out there. They destroyed that whole fucking franchise. You remember Mass Effect? They destroyed it. So EA, I'm kind of glad 2K been fucking up on certain things like WWE, but they still put in the fucking effort.
2K is gonna come, and 2K is gonna build up a sports division, and they're gonna challenge EA. I see it. They've already got the NBA. They've got the WWE.
Yeah. They are. It's time to challenge. And then
they've got the NFL now. Soon, soon you're gonna get an XFL game. I'm guaranteeing it.
Oh,
and
you
down the line,
for sure. They might start with that first. They might start with the XFL game first, and that'll be XFL 2K. Like, but first
they should.
But first they need to fix WWE. 2K.
Oh, I hear WWE is fucking broken. That's why I didn't buy it.
20 and 19 is broken, but 2018 they did a fantastic job. Fantastic job.
The last WWE game I played was 2K16. Like,
that was a good one.
That was the last one that I played. I still got it saved on my PSN account, but I get a lot of my gaming news from YouTube, and I just see how broken that game is. All the glitching, and to me, I feel like with 2K, with WWE 2K, you have so much at your disposal in terms of properties. You have ECW, you have WCW. In my opinion, if you have all of this. If you have all of these properties, I feel like you need to put all of these properties in the game.
They do. What are you talking about? They already have all the properties in that game.
No, I mean in terms of wrestlers, in terms of logos, arenas, all of it.
They did.
Like all the matches, I want every bit of it in this game. I feel like
in 2018 they have put everything. It's time to change it now. It's time to make it like 2K. It's time to like, okay, what can we do different? I'd rather have 2K give this specific game to somebody else and make them make the WWE games, because when THQ had them, even though THQ's not here no more, when THQ had them, oh my gosh, bro, WWE 12 and 13 was one of the best games I've ever played. The storylines and all that stuff. Like, I wanted WWE versus, Raw versus SmackDown. You remember that, Will? with the storyline, with
Yep.
the good ass storylines. We need
Yep.
that again. Like, people cared. And I think that they not caring right now because the storylines that they got and all that shit be hella boozy now. It'd be trash. The career mode.
I just want to say that the TNA Impact game, I think could have been to me, is probably one of the worst wrestling games I've ever played.
I never played that.
Like, I remember buying it the weekend that shit came out. I saved a lot of money to buy that shit, and it felt like, it's very hard to explain. It felt like a lot of effort just wasn't put into the game, from story mode, wrestling, just everything about it just seemed it was very stiff, you know. But I mean, AEW is gonna get a game, and I know it's not gonna be 2K making it, which probably leads me to believe that EA will probably make the shit. Oh my god! But let's talk wrestling. As you know, we're approaching Mania weekend, and it's funny that we talk about the coronavirus because there are reports of Mania possibly being moved to a Thursday because of the coronavirus. They're gonna hold on, I'm gonna find the story. They're gonna meet at some time during the week to discuss it. Hold on, I'm getting it right now. Yeah, here it is. So, hold on. All right, here it is. So, here it is. The fate of WWE WrestleMania 36 could be decided on Thursday, with the worst case scenario being that it will be canceled amid the coronavirus outbreak that is spreading across the globe. Ryan Bass of CBS Tampa is reporting that the city of Tampa and Mayor Jane Castor will meet on Thursday to discuss canceling or postponing major events due to the coronavirus, with WrestleMania being one of them. It's an outdoor event. Look, if worst comes to worst, I don't think you should be postponing it. I don't think you should cancel it. Just let it go. But if they do, how would you feel about a WrestleMania on a Thursday?
Don't bother me.
I would have to probably take off that day of work to watch WrestleMania, because at the end of the day, I will always be a fan of WrestleMania and Royal Rumble. I would probably take off that day or watch it while I'm at work. I don't know.
WrestleMania on a Thursday. I couldn't. I'm not. Look, this is why I'm more of a component. This is why WrestleMania to me needs to be on a Saturday. Like, a lot of these big sporting events need to be on a Saturday.
Just like I remember, then WCW used to have their pay-per-views on Saturday night, right? Will, back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, back in the day, they used to have Saturday night pay-per-views, which was very cool. But that was for young folks, because on Saturday night, older folks would be out in the club. But yeah.
Oh, by the way, now that we're talking about it, why the fuck they let they're fucking they're inducting the Bella Twins into the fucking Hall of Fame, yo. Oh, I was
NWO.
so.
Who else? The Bella Twins, JBL, which well deserved.
Look, I hate JBL, but he earned his way in there, so I can't complain. But I mean, I disagree with the NWO as an entity.
But they getting all the rings, bro. All the rings they have so far now. The Click have about like 8 rings between all of them? The Click.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Triple H making
bruh,
sure.
Triple H is really making. You're right. He's making damn sure that all of his boys
Get
are
at least
in
one
there.
ring.
But bruh, how many times can certain groups, how many certain people get, more than one ring? Like, to me, it was fine when Ric Flair got his second, because he is Ric Flair, but he also was a cornerstone of the Four Horsemen. But
Right.
Hogan,
He deserved it.
I
NWO.
don't like Hogan, but I can understand Hogan.
Yeah.
Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, X-Pac should not get a second ring.
I think they
should not,
bro. I think, and the only reason why I said that, because see, you didn't watch the NWO live. You didn't watch him when me and Will probably used to go back and forth on our TV channels to see which one is, when the NWO come out. We watched the NWO. It was all about that. It was so exciting who joined the NWO next. It was so exciting to see that. So it's well deserved that they make it go to the Hall of Fame. Even X-Pac. X-Pac was a big staple within the NWO, I'm telling you.
Okay,
they changed the game. They changed the game, man.
They changed the game, yeah. They changed the game.
I totally understand the impact of the NWO, but okay, this is my point of it. If the WWE at some point decides to make a physical Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
And you have certain people that are walking through and whatever, and they see Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, X-Pac, right? Like, as separate, separate inductions. Don't you think that the average wrestling fan is gonna make that deduction? Oh, they were also part of the NWO too. Like, to me, I feel like you don't need that second induction, because I feel like if you're already in there, you're gonna make that connection anyway. Like, it's just like how it'd be just like if Michael Jordan, Pippen, fucking Rodman, they're all in the Basketball Hall of Fame, right? But you don't need to put them in as the core of that Bulls dynasty. You know what I'm saying? Because people are already gonna know these three were a part of the Bulls dynasty.
But it's for ticket sales too, so they're doing it for ticket sales, because
they got to.
Remember, it's a show. It's a show too, and the main people that's going to get those tickets and that's going to view that is people around my age, Will age, and if you're a smart wrestling fan or a smart, you're going to sit there and you're going to watch and you're going to be happy for them, because at the end of the day, none of these wrestlers is hella rich like that. You feel me? Like you gotta, like, this is they shine. This is the last of they shine. This is what they will be remembered for. So I just feel like that the NWO deserve it. I don't care if X-Pac go in this time and the other time. Shit, Triple H gonna go in 3 times with Evolution. Flair gonna have 3 rings with Evolution. Evolution might be the next to go in. Batista, Randy Orton. A living legend, John Cena, so come on now. You kind of got to let that one go.
Look.
You got a better argument. You got a better argument against the Bella Twins.
Yeah, you got a better argument.
Oh, I absolutely do, because the Bella Twins,
they didn't do shit.
The Bella Twins didn't do jack shit. And I'm saying this knowing that I tend to like Brie more than Nikki. I've met the two. I've taken a picture of the two with the fucking at the airport.
I remember that.
Right. Now, look, either way, both of them didn't do shit. Like I've never. Can we all agree that had one not fucked John Cena and the other not fucked Daniel Bryan, would they be getting this much recognition? Would they both
beyond grateful for our Bella Army, and I see all of you out there tonight, and and I want you all to know that we wouldn't be where we are right now without all of you, and Bree and I wouldn't have broken the barriers.
Wrong. You would not be where you are without Cena and Daniel Bryan. Stop it.
That's right. And speaking of breaking barriers,
Daniel Bryan makes it now.
Daniel Bryan, of course, Bree's husband, and their daughter Birdie.
They getting inducted to the Hall of Fame, though. That's crazy.
You can make an argument too that it wasn't the Bella twins that caused that. It was more AJ Lee than the Bellas. It all started
with AJ Lee, though. It kind of all started with AJ Lee.
AJ Lee deserves the Hall of Fame induction before the Bella twins.
No, the fuck she don't.
Why don't she?
Yeah, just as bad at. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. AJ Lee is just as bad.
Your problem with AJ Lee has something to do with CM Punk.
No, not CM bitch.
Of course.
AJ Lee don't deserve to be in. AJ Lee absolutely do not deserve to. Shit, Charlotte Flair deserved to be in there before all of them. And she hasn't even been there.
Doesn't.
What? You hear this,
no,
Will?
She doesn't. Let me tell you why AJ Lee deserves to be in the Hall of Fame more than the Bella Twins and Paige for that matter, because those two.
I love CM Punk. I love
those two single-handedly got WWE out of that diva mindset. I think they brought back women's wrestling. Those two in WWE.
They have, but they have started it.
Do?
No, they have started. The woman that actually got it back to where it's supposed to be is Charlotte Flair, is Sasha Banks, is Bayley, is the other girl from Ireland. That's who brought back WWE Women's Championship. Becky Lynch.
They have their place.
Asuka.
They have their place, and I absolutely agree with you.
No, they don't have. They above AJ Lee. That.
Let me ask you this.
In matches and everything else.
Those four, would they survive in Diva era WWE?
Probably not. Okay.
Exactly. That's my point. AJ Lee and Paige brought WWE out of that.
Okay.
Diva bullshit.
I can argue Paige, but AJ Lee haven't really did that much, bro. When you really look at it, what is her memorable match, bro? Tell me a memorable match, an actual pay-per-view match with her on it, bro. Memorable.
The rivalry with Paige. That was one of her most classic.
Charlotte Flair is having classic 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star matches with certain women in the WWE. I'm sorry to say.
I totally disagree with you.
Okay.
The last good Charlotte Flair match that I saw was with Sasha.
Okay.
And to me, look, I'll say this. Charlotte Flair has gotten a lot better because she's still not as good as Sasha. She's not as good as Bayley. You could make the argument she could be better than Bayley, but I feel like the reason a lot of people are saying that is because of the way WWE is sort of pushing her. Like to me, they're trying to push the whole she's a Flair, so thus, she's gonna have 16 title reigns just like her dad. Like how many title reigns has she had now so far in her career?
Who? What are we talking about?
Well, she had like 8 or 9. Charlotte.
I want to say 8. I want to say
exactly. And how long has she been on? How long she been on the main roster?
Yeah, she been there for a minute.
To me, she didn't earn it.
She earned it, bro.
But yeah, she to me she didn't like earn it. All she's doing she's just living off the Flair name. So if you're gonna tell me that Charlotte deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, look, to me she's no better than the than the Bellas. They're just living off of names.
I mean, no. Hold up. I'm not the biggest Charlotte Flair person in the world, but I will say this for her. Whereas the Bellas didn't really give a damn about their in-ring work, Charlotte at least cared enough to improve and get better. If you watched her at NXT up until now, she's just improved by leaps and bounds. She got better. Now, she still lived a little too much off the Flair name. You might be able to make that argument. But at least she cared about her rework enough to improve and justify her place as a champion. From that regard, the Bellas, no. But Charlotte, yeah. So, I can't let you go to that extent with Charlotte because she did improve.
Like, the reason why I made that comparison is just because, to me, it just seems like the Bellas only got there because they one fucked Cena and one fucked Daniel Bryan.
And you might be right.
And then they got themselves a stupid ass fucking they got themselves onto a TV show, Total Divas, which then they got their own TV show, Total Bellas. And
that's why they're going in the Hall of Fame. They're not going in the Hall of Fame for their reasons. They're going to the Hall of Fame for their. You wouldn't have Total Divas. You wouldn't have Total Divas without the Bellas. You wouldn't have Total Bellas without.
Yeah.
So they've made a lot of money for WWE. That's why they're going in. Everybody goes in for their own particular reason.
They did make a lot of money for WWE. They made a whole lot of money.
Hella money. Everybody keeps wondering why Coco Beware is in the Hall of Fame. Understand this. Vince made money off Coco. Don't forget that.
Yeah, don't
now,
forget.
Bella wouldn't be shit. How about Bella wouldn't be shit if she didn't have that tit job?
Yeah, Bella.
Probably.
No, that's not to say she don't got juicy titties, because I've seen them titties up close. But still, if she didn't get that tit job, what would she be?
Yeah. And again, I saw no improvement from the Bellas throughout the years. They had plenty of time to get better. And to me, they never improved what they were. And you can't say that about Charlotte. If you go back and look at Trish Stratus, Hall of Famer, she got better in ring. You saw her improvement into her being a champion.
Hold on. I can't make that distinction. I can't do it. Because here, okay, the Trish Stratus, Trish Stratus was a diva that could wrestle. I feel like, Trish in a way kind of pioneered the whole diva thing, but she could wrestle. Yeah. But then,
she got better because remember when she first started out, she was a valet/manager.
Yeah.
Before she was wrestling. And when she got in there, when she first got in there, mid 80s or so, she got into the ring. She started. She improved. She got better as she went along. You saw that hard work payoff. I didn't see the hard work payoff for either of the other kids.
It's also being reported in the news that Nia Jax will be on her way back. She's missed nearly a year, due to a leg injury. Nia Jax. WWE has so fucked up Nia Jax. When she first got there, she should have been the female equivalent of Brock Lesnar. And that's not because of her size. It's just because how intimidating she looks. She looks like she could be a legit badass. But WWE has fucked her up so much, right? So if you're booking, what do you do with Nia Jax on her way back? Let's assume she's coming back night after Mania. What do you do with her?
That's kind of hard because right now they're looking to push Shayna Baszler.
And that's the problem. Because Shayna Baszler is who Nia Jax should have been. She should have just been.
I think you're probably. I think they'll put her in a program eventually against Bayley.
Oh man, that won't be that. All the only and I could probably see them doing that, but they'll probably just end up having Shayna Baszler beat her, which in theory shouldn't be happening because Nia Jax is the bigger, more intimidating looking figure. So that's just gonna fuck her up even more. But I don't know what you do. I really don't know what you do with her.
That's
So
tough.
which brought me so we all know what happened to the Fiend at a Super Showdown. He dropped the title to Goldberg. So Keith, the reason why I bring this up is because you, being the anti-CM Punk mark that you are, you had a problem with you had a problem with the way CM Punk left, right?
Yeah, I did.
So you see what the way WWE books people, right? You see what they've done to Nia Jax. You've seen what they did to guys like Ricochet, guys like Cesaro, guys like
Hold on, time out. You put Ricochet against Brock Lesnar. Of course, Brock Lesnar supposed to fucking break his fucking neck and kill him in real life.
But then, okay,
Squash.
okay. But that, to me, that's not even the point. The point is, why the fuck even make the match?
Because Vince has already given up on Ricochet.
Exactly.
Let me tell you one thing about CM Punk, and I'm not going to even holler and nothing up. The reason why I did not like CM Punk and what he did, because he left because, I don't want to face Triple H. Triple H is not main event. He's not a man. Who cares, bro? Triple H is who really cares? It would have been different if he would have still if CM Punk would have still been here that night of WrestleMania. He probably would have either took not Undertaker's. He probably would have took that championship match from Batista and what you call that? Batista and Randy Orton, because nobody didn't want to see that match anyway at the main event. He probably still would have been put in the main event, but Daniel Bryan took his spot. So that's CM Punk.
Now, Keith,
time out.
Now, Keith, you believe that?
I truly believe that, bro. I truly fucking believe that.
Now you've seen how Bray Wyatt, who spent a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort building up the Fiend, right?
Yes.
Now he ends up in one night, all of that work down the toilet.
Well,
yep.
Yeah.
Now,
do
you think now? To me, I'm not even gonna put it past WWE. AJ Styles is losing to The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Of course.
Book it. It's gonna happen. Who else can we add into this situation? So if you truly believe that, and you have the evidence right in front of you, How can you make that? How can you make that distinction? You know full well WWE likes burying up and coming talent.
Okay.
You know this.
Okay. So let me go ahead and point something out to you. What if they did that for a reason? And what if they was like, okay, we don't want you to face this person at WrestleMania. We want you to face John Cena. This is John Cena's last match, and he want to put you over. What you say to
I'd
that?
be absolutely fine with that because it's John Cena.
What you say?
Like
what
John,
you say
John Cena is someone who can still go at his age.
Cleanly have a good match with Bray. They have the best match for since.
Oh, by the way,
since Undertaker versus
Bray
Shawn
beating
Michaels, and John Cena puts Bray Wyatt over. What would you say then?
I would say that's good on Cena, good on WWE.
So,
but I know full well.
So time out. So no. Time out. So what if that happened? Same thing happened when Triple H said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put you over," and then you're gonna face and you're gonna be entering into the triple threat match at WrestleMania 30 with Batista and Randy Orton because that's a weak match. It was bound for. It was just how Daniel Bryan played. It was bound for. That was supposed to be CM Punk. So
I know that. Yeah.
So Bray Wyatt's not quitting. He's John Cena. Man, that's my guy. Okay, it's all good. Instead of punk ass CM Punk, I don't want to face Triple H.
Yeah.
I don't want to face him. That's how I'm looking at it.
I don't believe for a second that at WrestleMania 30, CM Punk would have been allowed to beat Triple H or Batista.
Okay.
I don't believe it. I don't fucking believe it. Like, and CM Punk realistically should have been like in theory he should have been put over because he is. If we're going on the criteria of what a WWE superstar makes, he was over with the crowd. He had the highest selling merchandise. He was hot. He was white fucking hot. But he had that tension with Vince McMahon and Triple H.
Yeah.
And we all know Triple H don't like putting anybody over that's not named Daniel Bryan or John Cena.
True that.
True that. Yeah, too. I guess too. All right. Well, this is our time.
Exactly.
This is our time. We gonna cut it short.
Yeah. Will, got any plugs?
Yeah, we're doing another episode of the World Finest Podcast this Thursday night at 9 p.m. I'm also doing the XFL podcast over on the Stables Network on Wednesday night at 11 p.m. So definitely check us out for those. They'll be up on the Facebook page and also they'll be on the Speakeasy YouTube page. So definitely check those out.
Yeah, the World's Finest Podcast with the end and outro was very, very. I was like, okay. That's my first time hearing that. He had the Batman theme, so go ahead and look out for that. And I am Millennial. I did an episode this Sunday, so I will probably do another episode probably tomorrow. So you guys be getting that episode on Thursday. Yeah. On Thursday, probably.
And hand it to me so I can throw it onto the YouTube. Shit.
No, there's certain reasons why.
What the fuck?
That one I can't. I just can't for certain reasons.
What'd you do? Who did you curse up?
No, nobody. It's just something else has to do with my job. No.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get on the show, Keith.
Oh, whenever, man.
You have never invited me on your show.
There's something you should say that.
But of course. of course, like Keith said, William's latest episode of World Finest Podcast, in episode 23, I was really lazy this week, so I uploaded it on Monday. Those two shows are uploaded onto our YouTube page, which you can go and check out all of our shows on there. The Word, Ham Radio Show, we're all on there. Check us out. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on our.
We're still trying to revive Fight to Life too. You know.
The Fight to Life. Whenever Gabe decides to fucking stop landscaping and picking oranges and selling tacos out of his food truck.
Don't say that.
Damn, that's
that was Rage. There was not nobody on this network but Rage. He takes full responsibility.
Whatever.
I'm
a shock. Yeah, so like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at speakeasy_net, and like we said, Mania weekend we're gonna do a
post show,
a pre and post a post show.
We're just gonna do a post show. The pre show gonna be on the Word. The post show will be after WrestleMania. We'll record right after WrestleMania,
and I guess I'll put this out there. There are talks of a reunion show that are ongoing between another network and our network. I'm just going to put it that the negotiations are being made. We'll keep y'all updated on it. What else? Follow me, of course, on Philo Sarcasm. Play with me on PlayStation. Obey the Paradox 66. Keith, he has a PSN if he'll let you play with him.
You can find me. You can find me at Worldwide 2019.
Oh,
you barely be on the fucking game, but okay. Right.
Oh God. All right. So, all right. This is it. This has been episode 24. What is it? 24 of the Word? Yeah. This is episode 24
of the Word, and we got one more. I think we need to do our 2-year anniversary. Probably. I don't know. I'll check it out. I think we're gonna have a 2-year anniversary show coming up. I think probably in the next 2 weeks. I think I gotta check when we did our first episode of the Word. Though.
Just as long as she who must not be named is not on this show, we're cool.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking about?
You know who the fuck I'm talking about.
You talking about Miss Katie? Whatever that damn girl name is. Kitty?
That fucking...
Yes, her. We'll probably have her on the 2-year anniversary show. Hey, she did bring in a lot of fans for us, bro. You can't lie.
She ain't coming on this show.
Whatever.
She ain't coming on this. As long as Rage is here, she ain't coming.
Yeah, she ain't coming. Because she's like, it's about me. It's about...
Whatever.
It's about me.
It's about me.
It's all about
she
her.
gave us a lot of fans,
Fuck
though.
you guys. Fuck you guys. It's about
Fuck
me.
you guys. I'm out.
And she left. Whatever.
All right, y'all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So for KTNash, for William D. Morgan, I am Rage. We'll see you next Tuesday night for another episode of A Word. Later.
Stop.